Hello, welcome to Gaming Again. My name is Muzz, and The Last of Us Season 2 has finally been released. Now, if you watched my video on what I wanted from the season, you will have seen pretty much that all my wants have been thrown out the window. Pretty much in the first episode, which was released yesterday. I have actually just finished watching it, and I'm going to kind of give my thoughts and opinions on it, really. Good episode. I thought they've just captured the essence of the world really well. The characters are still so strong, and yeah, it was just a really good episode to kind of kick off the season with. Reintroduce you back into the world, allow you to see the kind of plot points that are going to be developed, and yeah, overall, just kind of looking forward to what's going to go ahead. So, we start where we left off the kind of end of the first season with Ellie asking Joel what happened, and Joel basically lying to Ellie about what happened to the Fireflies and stuff. And then it jumps to 5 years later, where we see Ellie and Joel kind of the relationship's fractured, and I know why, but TV audiences will get to understand why a little bit later on. But basically, they're kind of going through, like, they don't really acknowledge each other, they don't really interact with each other in any meaningful way. I think the biggest change, and I can't remember this from the game. I was going to try and replay the games, but it just got too much for me to actually kind of dedicate my time towards. So Joel is in therapy, and he's been going to therapy, it seems like, for a while now. And he is still Joel, as we find out that the therapist actually hates him. For so she explains it as he Joel killed the therapist's son, not son, husband, and from the understanding of it, maybe he was bitten, so Joel had no choice, and that's what she acknowledges that. However, the reason she hates Joel is because of the way he done it, and I believe that's what we've seen from Joel throughout the games, throughout the TV series, is no remorse, knows what needs to be done, and just does it. And I believe that's why, like, he didn't kind of take a moment to ponder what he was doing. He just kind of was Joel and handled what needed to be handled. So I like that little bit of kind of interesting lore behind kind of keeping up with Joel. That he is a ultimately, although he is a hero, he's very much an anti-hero in that he does some pretty not so nice stuff, and it's going to lead into the rest of the season. Ellie's still Ellie, like, she's still having a really good time. I say that she's not. Well, she is and she's not. Definitely the relationship between her and Joel's fractured, but she's developed other relationships with, like, Jesse and Dina, who I thought they'd done a really good job of capturing just how friendly they are. Like, Jesse and Ellie get on well, but then obviously Dina and Ellie get on really well, as we'll see later in the episode. In fact, you can see right now they get on really well. So one change from the games that I noticed was another change was that they introduced Abby a lot earlier into the story. So basically, or you find out her motivations, because she's still introduced in the early part of the game, but you don't understand why until much later. Here, you very much understand that she was a part of the Firefly. God, couldn't say that. The Firefly group that was killed, and she basically wants to hunt down Joel. And this is what's going to kick off the rest of season 2. And this is where I wish they would spend more time, but it seems like they are going to kill off Joel this season. It'll probably be the last episode potentially. We will see, but I just think they should have done it at the start of season 3, or maybe see end of season 2. Also, spoilers, by the way. I probably should have said that. Let's see what else happens. So the big chunk of the episode is actually Ellie and Dina out on patrol, which is very much following the game. They find the supermarket, and instead of the elk, they find a bear that has been killed by a bunch of infective. Oh my! What is going on with my words? What is going on with my words? Infected. So Dina and Ellie do what they do, and they go into the supermarket to try and kill off the infected against the wishes of their leader. And this is definitely the scene that made me really like. I think Dina's been really well cast, as well as obviously Ellie, but they're discussing how, or they're not discussing, they're miming how they're going to deal with the infective, and it's quite an endearing scene. It's quite a funny scene as well. It did get a little laugh out of me, and they go about it. They kill off the infected. However, just like the game, Ellie falls through the floor, and we're introduced to the stalkers. Now, there was some good horror in here. It was just because it's Ellie. We knew like she wasn't gonna die, so it's like the horror's kind of taken out of it. Like maybe I would have liked to seen, like, I don't know, one of the other characters outside maybe deal with it first, because I think that would have been better. But we know Ellie's gonna be fine. But we're introduced to the stalker, Walker, the stalker infected, which is a lot smarter. It waits to kind of ambush you. It's very good at like kind of skirting away, and it's actually addressed in the TV show where Ellie sees it and she's like, "Come on, run at me! Why aren't you run at me?" And it doesn't, and then it scuttles away, it hides, and then ambushes Ellie out of the shadows, and she gets bitten. We obviously know she's immune, so then you go into the kind of big party scene where we see Dina dancing with a lot of different people. She then dances with Ellie. The kiss happens, and then basically this guy calls them a slur, and Joel intervenes. Ellie's not too happy with that, causes a scene, and it just goes to show that the relationship is not where it should be. And then it cuts to the end where we see the Abby's group have now found Jacksonville, and we're going to see that, which I know it's going to happen, but I just wish it would have taken longer. I wish we could have got through maybe the first 2 episodes, and then they arrive, and you're like, oh, okay, here we go. But anyway, overall, actually, there's one big thing that I want to discuss. One huge thing that I think the TV show is really making a mistake with, which is the roots in the pipe. Like, I thought we had established that they know that the fungus is like alive, so it can detect. So why are they not getting rid of that? Like, it's literally leading into the town, and they're not dealing with it. I think that is a huge oversight on the part of the TV show. Like, I know it's maybe something that they're going to add in. It's an addition, because there's nothing like that in the game. But to have it so blatantly shown, like, it's not even like hiding. It's like they acknowledge it in one of the earlier scenes where they're digging up a house and they find pipes with roots in it, and they're just like not going to deal. Like, it's been established they know what these roots do, and they know what happens. They know that the infected are connected to the roots. So just a little, I think, mistake on the TV show's creators. I think it's going to lead. I think they show actually it's going to lead to a big attack on Jacksonville, like White Walker style. On like with the infected coming at which I think will be quite a good change actually, but I do think they should have maybe dealt with that a little bit, because they literally just leave it. It's literally in the middle of the town, so it's going to either lead to someone getting infected, or the infected finding out where Jacksonville is and attacking. So that's my only major gripe with the show. I think it's still incredibly well shot. Like, the practical effects, the infected look so good. Like, I can't understate the makeup that is done on the clickers, on the stalker as well. Oh, just the way the quarterceps is like grown out of the stalker is it's freaky. It is freaky, and like everything. I think everything was practical apart from like maybe one of the walkers' heads getting blown off by Ellie. But overall, a good first episode, a good introduction, solid. Apart from that one kind of major mistake, I think it has been a good foray back into the world of The Last of Us. So, what do you think? Did you like the episode? Are you along the same lines as me? Did you see the kind of mistake that I've calling out? Do you think it is? Do you think it's maybe just an oversight on my and I'm being a bit too harsh? Let me know. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And with all that said, all that's left to say is any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below. Thank you very much. Bye bye.